All right, let's talk about your CV. We're going to take that piece of paper and turn it into a powerhouse document that actually gets you noticed and, yeah, gets you hired. Let's dive right in.
So does this sound familiar? You're firing off applications left and right, spending hours on them, and all you get back is crickets, complete silence. It is so frustrating, right? It feels like you're shouting into a black hole. You know you're good enough, so what on earth is going on?
Well, here's the thing, and this is a real game changer. The problem, chances are, isn't you. It's not about your skills or your competence. It's all about your positioning. Your CV just isn't telling the right story to the right people at the right time.
So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what that means. We're going to look at the super common mistakes that cause fantastic candidates to get completely overlooked. And, most importantly, we're going to show you how to fix them, starting now.
Okay, so the first huge error, and pretty much everyone does this at some point, is sending out that generic one-size-fits-all CV. Just think about it for a second. You wouldn't get the same birthday present for your best friend, your mom, and your boss, right? So why are you sending the exact same CV to every single employer?
The fix is to become a chameleon for every single application. First, you've got to treat that job description like it's a treasure map. Seriously, pull out the exact keywords, the specific skills they're asking for. Then, you literally mirror that language in your own summary and skills section. And here's a pro tip. Reorder your bullet points under each job so that the number one achievement, the one most relevant to this specific role, is sitting right at the top.
And you know, it's not just about proving you can do the job today. A really, really great CV also hints that you're ready for what's next. You want to sprinkle in some skills that show you're thinking ahead, that you're ready to grow with the company. It tells them you're an investment, not just a temp.
Okay, so let's zoom out a little. A truly powerful CV doesn't just list a bunch of jobs. It tells a story, a coherent story about who you are as a professional. Every job on that list should feel like the next logical chapter.
So I want you to ask yourself this question and be really honest. Forget your job title for a moment. What is the one specific problem that people hire you to solve over and over again? What is your secret sauce?
Just take a look at these examples. They're not job titles, they're core contributions. Are you the person who always finds a way to grow revenue? The one who comes in and untangles messy, inefficient processes? Or are you the expert at making customers so happy they never leave? Pinpointing this is the absolute foundation of your professional story.
See, when a recruiter scans your CV, they should see that pattern, that core contribution, showing up again and again in different roles. That builds a super powerful narrative that you're reliable. And this, by the way, is why having a bunch of short stays, jobs less than a year, can be a red flag. It breaks the story and makes them wonder if you'll stick around.
Okay, everybody, listen up. If you only take one single thing away from this entire explainer, please let it be this. This is the biggest mindset shift you can make, and it will take your CV from just okay to absolutely incredible.
This right here illustrates it perfectly. Look at the left column. It's all passive. Responsible for, handled, worked on. That just tells me what your job description said. It's your to-do list. But now look at the right. That is impact. That is value. You didn't just manage a team. You increased revenue. You didn't just handle complaints. You improved retention. See the difference?
Let's just park on this number for a second. 20%. That little number tells a whole story by itself. It's not some vague responsibility. It is a specific, concrete, measurable result. It absolutely screams value. This is the kind of thing that makes a recruiter stop scrolling and pay attention.
So, the goal is to speak the language of business. You've got to frame your achievements in terms of outcomes that every single company on the planet cares about. We're talking about making money, saving money, making things more efficient. And if you're going to claim you improved customer satisfaction, you better be ready to prove it with a real number, like a Net Promoter Score or something.
And that's really what it all boils down to. This quote says everything. Companies don't hire a project manager. They hire someone to solve their problem of projects going over budget. They hire a solution. Your CV needs to prove, without a doubt, that you are that solution.
But here's the catch. You can have the most amazing, achievement-packed CV in the world, and it's totally useless if a human being never even reads it. Because first, it has to get past the robot gatekeeper.
To really get why this matters, you have to appreciate the scale we're talking about. For any decent job opening, a recruiter could be staring down a pile of over 1,000 applications. There's just no way, physically, for them to read every single one. So, what do? They use software. And that software is called an Applicant Tracking System, or ATS for short. Its job is pretty simple. It's a robot that scans your CV for keywords and for clean formatting, and then it gives you a score. If your CV is confusing for the robot to read, it gets tossed in the no pile before a person ever even sees your name.
So how do you beat the machine? The answer is keep it simple. Seriously, use boring, standard headings like work experience. Keep your bullet points short and sweet. Get rid of the fancy graphics, the complicated tables, the weird fonts, and for the love of all that is good, keep it to 1 or 2 pages max. The goal here is dead simple clarity for both the robots and the humans.
When you pull all of this together, the tailored message, the clear story, the hard numbers, the clean formatting, your CV starts sending a powerful, unspoken message. It's basically saying, look at the incredible, measurable value I created over there. If you hire me, I'm going to do it all over again, right here for you.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Go take a hard look at your CV right now. Ask yourself, is this a boring history lesson about all the jobs I've had, or is it a compelling business case for why a company should invest in my future? The power to change that story is completely in your hands.